With all the latest FIFA 20 news, I haven't really been able to catch up on PES, but today that all changes because I have a new episode of the latest PES news. Now, we have missed a few things, so there is a lot to discuss in this episode because PES has also been pretty busy, and this year it looks pretty good. So I think this year we could have two solid football games, and of course PES comes out a little bit earlier than FIFA this year, so you might have that good week or two to really play it before FIFA 20 comes out. So we'll sum up everything that you need to know in today's video. If you're new to the channel, we do a lot of FIFA 20 news and PES 20 news videos, so if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you subscribe today and you won't regret it. So in terms of Master League, there hasn't really been much news regarding the game mode since June, and the only thing that I saw that was new was this new cutscene. Now, this is when a player is signing for the club. You can see him walking into the press room with all the sponsors in the background and stuff. There's a contract on the table. The manager's there next to him, and you can see him signing the contract, pen to paper. And you don't really get this kind of cutscene in career mode, and FIFA 20 career mode won't be any different. These are proper cutscenes, like they take up the whole screen and stuff. It's not just in a news tile. You can see them interacting with the manager or whoever that guy is, doing a press interview as well, saying a few words. He's not going to be talking, it's just going to be subtitles, I think. But yeah, this is what I like to see in games, and PES has done a good job with this. They've always had some nice cutscenes, but I think this year they're adding some more in. So from what I've seen, I think Master League could be good this year, but you got to remember that it won't be the complete package in terms of licensing and the stadiums and stuff. Many games are going to be played in generic stadiums, so while PES only shows you the good stuff, you have to remember the other stuff that could annoy you as well. But I think I'm going to give it a go, but I'm going to use a team that's licensed in the game like Man United, so I don't feel like I'm playing in a generic stadium every game. But what I plan to do in Master League this year is when PES comes out on the 10th, I'll probably do a Master League, but it's going to go for about a week and a half up until EA Access for FIFA 20. So it'll be a quick Master League, but I want to try it out and I want to get some videos going when PES comes out. While EA has the World Cup license, Konami has kept the Euro license. This year we're going to get Euro 2020 DLC in PES 20 only. It is an exclusive license. They did announce it the other day. They put out a tweet on August the 20th. It said, Euro 2020 is coming to PES. We are partnering with UEFA to bring PES fans the opportunity to experience the fully licensed tournament for an update pack coming next year. We're on the Konami website to take a look at some more information with this Euro DLC. So they've got this image here. Free update in Q2 next year, so it's going to come out, towards May or June next year before the tournament starts. It says here, clubs from over 50 European countries will be featured in PES 2020 from day one. Users will be able to further enjoy this content with the new mode included in free DLC, planned for release in spring 2020. The upcoming DLC will include every national team's kits, official balls, and the hosting stadium that will be faithfully recreated in the game. With PES, you'll be able to enjoy the battle to decide the strongest in Europe one step ahead. On top of this, the Euro 2020 will be played exclusively on PES. Further details will be announced. So yeah, this is a good thing for PES at least. And it's good for us as well because when June comes around next year and FIFA's dying off, PES is dying off, this DLC can at least get you back onto the game for a little bit. I don't think it's going to be too spectacular. I think it'll be similar to what they did in 2016. So the DLC is just something to get people interested again at the end of the game cycle. Now, PES also has the Serie A licensed in the game. Now, they put out a tweet that said, we are incredibly excited to officially reveal that the Serie A League will be fully licensed in PES 2020. This new license brings the Serie A logo, trophy, and badges in the game. So pretty much you're going to get the ball, the trophy celebration is going to have the real trophy, and the kits are going to have the Serie A badge on there as well, but it doesn't really do much more than that. In the fine print of the image, it says Serie A trophy to be implemented after launch via a free DLC, and league licenses like this one do not include team licenses. So just because the Serie A is licensed doesn't mean all the clubs are coming with it as licensed teams. Now we're going to be taking a look at all the official licenses because they did put it on their website later on in the video. The Thai League is also going to be licensed in PES 20. They put out a tweet the other day and it said, it's official, Konami will be updating teams and trophies of the Toyota Thai League in PES 20. You can see the trophy there in this image and all the clubs there. I believe they're going to be licensed in the game as well. Has the Thai League ever been in a football game? I don't think it has. I've never seen it before. But yeah, PES does target these kinds of markets, a lot of the Asian markets and South American licenses as well. So yeah, this is just a bonus one for the Thai players out there, I guess. So because of the Euro DLC this year, 50 international licenses are coming into PES, and one of these is going to be Gibraltar. They put out a tweet that said, "We are delighted to announce a new agreement with Konami that will see the Gibraltar national team added to the company's latest game, PES 2020. Since the demo has been out for a while now, a lot of people have played it, given their feedback, and Konami is working on a few things. So they put out a few tweets talking about the demo issues and what they're trying to fix for the day one patch. So it says, "We've received a great deal of feedback regarding several issues that fans have faced in the PES 20 demo. We would like to assure you that we're working hard to fix these problems as we move forward to release on September 10th. We've noted reports of excessive referee foul calls." Yes, that is happening so many times. You tap a guy and the referee's like, "Nope, free kick." And there's also some player stamina issues that they're trying to fix as well. I did notice some stamina issues when I played PES. I've been playing it for, gameplay footage on the channel. Rest assured, these are being looked at very closely and any issues will be ironed out and rectified in a day one patch that will coincide with the release of the full game. So when the game comes out, you have to download this big file maybe that fixes all the issues. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your feedback and blah blah blah. So yeah, overall the demo was pretty good. If they can fix the foul calls and maybe the stamina issues as well, we're going to have a pretty solid game, I think. But hopefully when the day one patch comes out, it doesn't make the gameplay worse. There's been many years in FIFA and PES where I've bought the game and the gameplay feels entirely different than what I got in the demo or even the beta. So you have to be careful with these day one patches, first week patches and stuff, because sometimes they make the gameplay worse. Hopefully that is not the case this year. We've got a few screenshots to take a look at from some partner clubs. The first one is AC Milan. They put out this thing. Now, I believe they were partners from last year as well, but as you can see on the kit, they've got the Serie badge there, which is going to be new this year. Schalke is also going to be licensed in PES, and the stadium is going to be in there as well. Here is an image of that. And Rangers and Celtic are going to be partners again as well. You can play in the Ibrox Stadium, and there's a photo there, Defoe and Arfield. And Celtic as well is going to be in the game. And here is a look at some Celtic images that they put out. Nice stadium as well. I wish they were going to put it in FIFA. I don't think it's going to be the case. On the Konami website, you can find all the official partnerships and licenses and stadiums that are going to be coming to PES 2020. This is a really good site. It's a good summary. So the main thing here is that there's going to be 4 main partner clubs, the big ones: Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Juventus, and Manchester United. But alongside that, there's going to be some other partner clubs: Arsenal, Schalke, Milan, Inter, Monaco, Celtic, Rangers, Corinthians, Flamengo, Palmeiras, Sao Paulo, Vasco da Gama, and so on and so on. So I think there is a few more licenses this year compared to PES 19. You can see here all the leagues and all the team names that are going to be in PES 2020. Some will be unlicensed. Like if we go to the English League, it's not going to be called the Premier League. It's going to be called English League. And then some names as well. Basically what they've done is they've used the city name, because I don't think you can trademark a city name like Manchester or Liverpool. So what they've done is they've used that, but then they've added in some extra little details to make it not like a official trademark. But obviously Option Files fixes all this stuff, so if you can install it, make sure you do. It'll clean everything up, it'll make everything normal. So the English second division is also going to be in the game. The French League, I believe, is licensed. It's got all the normal team names and stuff. League 2 is also going to be in the game. The Serie A is going to be licensed, but there is some teams that might be generic. I'm not really sure. The Serie B is not licensed, but the Italian second division will be generic and in the game at least. The Dutch League, I believe, is going to be licensed, so there's no issues there. Liga NOS from Portugal is going to be licensed. The Russian Premier League is also going to be in the game. I believe it's still exclusive to PES. I don't think FIFA has got it. The Scottish League is going to be in the game. The Spanish League will be generic, and it's going to be like the Premier League with just a few partner clubs like Barcelona in there. I believe the rest are generic actually. The second division from Spain is also going to be in the game, but it is going to be generic. And, Option Files will fix all that stuff up. Other European teams include Bayern Munich, which is a new partner club, Dinamo Zagreb, and all that kind of stuff. You can take a look. The Argentina League is also going to be there. The Brazilian League is also going to be fully licensed as well. Serie B from Brazil is also going to be fully licensed. That is exclusive. And there's other stuff as well. I can't really go for everything. And then we have the national team. So there is a lot of national teams that are going to be licensed in this game because of the Euro 2020 DLC. You can see there, anything without a number is going to be a licensed team. Here's a look at the stadiums. Now, it's not a big list compared to FIFA's, and, PES needs to work on the licensed stadiums because when you're playing in Master League and stuff, every game feels like you're playing in a generic stadium. But when you go to FIFA and you do a Premier League career mode, you're going to have all the official stadiums. It does help the experience. So one thing that lets PES down with the licensing department is the stadiums. I know there's not much they can do about it, but yeah, there's the list and you can read it. So that's pretty much it. There's also some generic stadiums there. And if you go on the website, you can just browse at your own pace and see what's licensed and what's not. So let's talk about some PC specs. Now, if you can, and you don't really care about playing online, you're more of an offline player, try and get the PC version of PES because you can download mods, you can install stadium mods, gameplay mods, and PS4 is okay for option files, but you can't really go beyond that. The PC lets you mod a lot of different things. The Xbox, don't even bother if you can avoid it because you can't even install option files. So you're just going to be left with a pretty basic experience. So those are the minimum specs for PES 20. That'll get you a 720p display, which is not really the best. Recommended is where you need to be. That'll get you a 1080p display. It's like basically playing on the PS4 or something. But obviously the beefier your PC is, the better experience you're going to have. Like you can play probably 4K resolution and stuff like that. But that was all the latest PES 20 news. If you need something else to watch, make sure you hit the card in the middle. It'll take you to a FIFA 20 news episode where you can catch up on that game as well. I'll see you next time.